Howdy gang. Tiger and Mildred are back one more time on this beautiful, warm but not hot Sunday afternoon from Arizona. This is the season we like. Whoops. Sorry. It's not too hot, not too cold, it's just right. And we don't have to run our AC. Even though in the car we may have to start running it on occasion later in the day if you have it out there parked in the parking lot for a couple hours with the sun heating it up inside. Yeah. But the house is fine. The house is, bless you, Gesundheit. The house is cool, literally. So what else did I have that I wanted to talk to you about? I had something. And oh, Mildred knocked it over. Excuse me while I lean down. Now, that yard sale yesterday that I accidentally went to, that was actually a disguised estate sale. An estate sale disguised as a yard sale. I've never seen that before. It was not even mentioned as an estate sale, but it turned out to be an estate sale. Now this couple, they were it seemed like a very nice and very happy couple. They got married 60 years ago. 60, in June of 1962. And guess what I found? Their honeymoon album. Now Jo, the lady, she was awesome. She kept such great records of everything. I mean, this piece is beautiful. They got married in California, and then they traveled in California. And they went to different hotels and different restaurants, and they went to Knott's Berry Farm. It's all in here. And she has notes where they were, when they were, with the dates, restaurant menus, and pictures. And it's just the graphics. Denny's was already around 1960. There's a menu in here, and that's one of her pages that she wrote. So this whole thing was part of the thing I picked up, and the other one I picked up that goes with it. I'm not gonna hold it up right now because it's not as exciting. Is their 50th wedding anniversary, the golden wedding, which was 10 years ago, obviously. So it's not that old, but it shows that they were married all this time, and it shows them as a happy couple. So they must have had a good life. They also had another box I picked up. Unfortunately, I only picked up this one box. There was a second one somewhere, or another one that I missed. Which was a kitty. But this one was their trip to the UK. Apparently they went with some choir. I think it was a church choir. They went to the UK in 1984. And there's a whole box. Again, she kept really good notes. There are little index cards in here where she wrote on where they were. Is that one of them? No. Yes, that's one of them. The dates and where they were at the time, and then there's photos and postcards, and it's really, really cool. The first part was in London, which is the part I missed. It is what it is. Now, if I had the time, what I would do with this box, I would take those index cards and put that and some of the main photos and postcards, not all of them, but some of the main ones. There are even tickets to like a Shakespeare piece they saw, Richard III, when they were, over there, and stuff. So I would take some of these pieces and put them in a journal, and make it into an actual little journal instead of this huge box of so many. Cut it down, and then pass it on to someone who may be interested in it. That's the only reason why I wish I hadn't missed the London part, because then I could have had the whole trip, and maybe I would have just kept it for whenever I do have nothing better to do, and really then in the future sit down and make this into a journal and then pass the journal on to someone who is interested in that kind of stuff. But it didn't work out. What else do I have? Oh, this is one of the pieces I picked up last week. Now I don't know if it's visible. It's really cool. A little statue of a couple in the rain with the umbrella. It does have a signature, which I can't read, and I can't tell what it's made of, but I just really like it. It's a totally cool piece. I fell in love with it. I love those little statuettes. And then a totally pointless little chicken. Looks more like a rooster, but it could hard to tell. It's really cool too. Now the really totally cool piece. I love my totally cool pieces. And then there's another one of these, and I know I've had one of these before, and someone explained to me why the what this is for, instead of having a regular just a regular lid. I know that was for something, for some reason. It also has a little hole for air or something, and a little wheat thing on top. And it's signed. I really like that. I love my pottery. Then there is this little decanter set made in Israel. That's really pretty. And it comes with, actually it came with 6 glasses. One of them broke on my way home, so now I only have 5 glasses. So I'll probably just sell it with 4 glasses. But that's a real nice piece, and there's the Made in Israel sticker. Then I have another decanter set, and I don't know what happened to the stopper. I had that stopper when I bought it, so it should be somewhere, and it comes with, I think, 4 glasses. Ain't that pretty? This one I fell in love with when I first saw it 3 weeks ago, and then last week when I was there it was on sale. I picked it up. So if anyone's interested in these decanters, let me know. They may be for sale. I kind of like them, but I can't keep everything. So we'll talk. tigers.timeless.treasures@gmail.com. Tigers, one word, no apostrophe. Timeless and treasures, pretty self-explanatory. And dots in between, no slashes, just dots. tigers.timeless.treasures@gmail.com. If I remember, I'll put it in the description below. Then I found this totally cool plate. Aman from Taos. Now I looked up this artist. Their art goes for pretty good money, but this plate is not gonna go expensive. So if you're interested in it, it's a beautiful piece. I love the design on it. It's something different, and it has a little bit of height, not too much. I love pottery. What can I say? I'm always drawn to it. And I picked up this guy. He looks like the German whitewash things, but look at him. Looks like a little snowman. And he has a sign. He has a tag. Who made him? And he is signed. So, Edith 1995, I think it is. So I'm totally in love with him. And then there is my little Talavera turtle. Isn't it cute? It's green. It's a beautiful piece. And it's signed too. And then I've got another one of these pieces. I just picked it up because it looks like pink depression glass, but I haven't done any research on it yet. So And it's too small for Daniel's ice cream, but it can be used for ice cream, sherbet, something like that. Or just as decoration. I know lots of you like the pink stuff. And it goes with purple. Even though I'm not a fan of pink stuff, but it goes with purple. Then there was this little, remember that jewelry sale I had? Nah. This was one of the pieces I picked up for the jewelry sale for the accessories. To put the jewelry in there. And then I forgot about it. I never sold it yet. But that's okay, because I have lots of jewelry left too. So you know what? There's gonna be another sale with jewelry and with accessories. That was fun. I just like it. And it's not so breakable. It's a nice break from wrapping breakables in bubble wrap and wrap it to death and worry about getting there in one piece or two if it's meant to be in two pieces. Then there is this little swan, which I absolutely love. He's a music box. He plays Laura's theme. No, I'm not gonna play him right now, but I did test him. He does play with two kitties in him. Look at that. That may be in my next sale on Tuesday. And it's signed. I love him. Love him. I don't know why I love these things. They're so not me. But they're just so cute, right? Right? Gotta have the cute things. That's why I find them and then I pass them on to you, because that makes me feel good. I feel a good home. I found when I find a good home for these items. Because I don't trust that they're safe in a thrift store or at, you know, or wherever they end up, or at some, even estate sales. I mean, sometimes people they just don't treat these things too nicely. So, we're almost done for this video, because the other one we cut off early. And that really bites, because now I have more time. I can do at least 10 more minutes, but I didn't bring out enough stuff for 10 more minutes. But I have no stuff in there for probably another 10 more hours. Not quite. Except me not shutting up. That could be an issue. This was one of the items I got from last Sunday. Now, I don't know why I picked it up, because I know porcelain does not sell. But look at this piece. It is complete. It has the lid. It has pink flowers. Ain't it gorgeous? Come on, gang, tell me, is this gorgeous or what? I mean, I just fell in love with this piece as soon as I saw it. And it still has the gold trim, which is usually the first that comes off. Ain't that absolutely stunning? And there is the mark. It's all there. Yep. From Bavaria. The lady who, her husband was from Germany. The lady who passed away. That was really kind of sad, because the daughter of the lady who passed away, she told me her dad was from Germany, but she couldn't even tell me where from in Germany. And by the looks of the stuff that they had, he came over long before World War II. I know a lot of Germans who came over during World War II, during that era. They did not want to talk German, they did not want to think German, they did not teach their children German, because, for obvious reasons, it was a real bad thing to them. But other than that, people who came before, or even now us who came afterwards, we should be teaching our kids. We should be teaching our kids the language, because I had a friend who was from Germany when I first moved to the States, and her son learned German. He grew up bilingual, just like we have a lot of Hispanic people here now who are bilingual, because that already gives you an advance in your life, an advantage in life. Why would you not teach a kid a language if you have the opportunity? Now, if it was the father, I don't know what the family was like. I don't know if he was out working a lot or something. If he had the opportunity to teach her a lot, But he should at least have shared where he was from or whatever. Well, he should. I'm saying that it's none of my business. I know I should not be telling other people how to live their lives. It's just kind of sad. It's kind of sad in my book when you have this culture you could share, and then here's this lady who's like, I don't know where he was from, I don't know what this is. I found a book, and I have a bunch of books and a whole lot of photos, a couple of photo albums from the early 1900s that I picked up at that house. And one of those books was a German history of the American Civil War, and it was printed in 1860, I want to say 66, but it was printed around the time when the war happened. It was amazing. It's in horrible shape, but it's an amazing piece, and I don't have it out here now to show you. I will probably show it to you eventually. I may have to set it up to where I can put the camera on the book instead of holding it up, because I don't want to mess with it any more than it's already pretty frail. But it's amazing. To me, that's amazing. In German language, talking about because just like our Hispanic folks here now, they have their Hispanic store, their Mexico Spanish speaking community, they have the Mexican stores, they have their newspapers and their TV stations. They don't need to learn English. They can get by the Spanish perfectly fine. Back in those days, especially in the areas where a lot of German immigrants were, it was the same thing. They had their German publications, their German community. They didn't need to speak English. I worked for a German newspaper myself back in the 1990s in Chicago. And that was fun. And the owners were Germans who bought the newspaper and who ran it for a few years until they sold it and moved back to Germany. It was fun, and my co-worker was a lady whose sister was German, she was German, and her English, it was funny because her English got worse the longer I knew her, because she was only speaking German. At home she spoke German, at work she spoke German, and then because it was right in the German area in Chicago. So there were the German stores, the German restaurant, the Brauhaus, and there was a German apothecary. That's the word I can never pronounce. But that was all Germans. You spoke German in that area, so you didn't need to speak English. And she watched a lot of TV in English. See, that's how I learned English. You pick it up by watching TV, by listening to the language, but she was not that kind of person. She listened to it and she watched TV. She used to work for the Jet publication long before she worked for the German newspaper. But it was funny, and my ex was telling me that back in those days, talking to her on the phone, saying, her English gets worse and worse. The more I talk to her, the only reason why I understand what she's saying is because I know you, and I know how you think. She was one of those Germans who translate in her head and then spoke it in English, but basically with German expressions, German grammar, which never works. It works in any language. It doesn't work in any language. Anyways, there was one more item I wanted to show you while we're at it. It's one of those little things where you can put like oils in there and have those sticks to stick out for smell and stuff. They're really cool, and it has a John 1:7 whatever verse on it. Bible verse on it. It's a really cool piece, and of course it is signed. I really like this piece. There you go, upside ups. I really like this piece. Again, pottery, signed. If you're interested in any of these items, email me, tigers.timeless.treasures@gmail.com. And you know what? We're gonna call it a day. I gotta go have some lunch. It's almost dinner time. In between, it's coffee time. Afternoon coffee time. And you all know the deal. You all keep it real. Bada boom.